Hello, we are Echolearn, and my name is Wilson Pan. My contribution to the project is mostly the React frontend and UI design.
My name is Seth Bohm, and I worked mostly on our cloud infrastructure and front end.
Hi, this is Dijo. My main contribution for the program is on the communication between the front end and back end.
Hi, I'm Zheng Jiang. My most contribution is the interaction of front end and the SQL database in the back end.
What we want to address is most of the knowledge we learn tend to fade if we don't use it constantly. This becomes a source of frustration when you need the knowledge, but it's no longer accessible. So the solution we came up with is Echolearn. Echolearn is a web-based flashcard app that uses the spaced repetition algorithm. Spaced repetition is a memorization technique where your reviews are spaced at increased intervals. First, our user could be anyone who's struggling to retain knowledge, while our prime user is students. Students have significant amounts of information to number from every classes. As a student, it's difficult to keep track of a study plan for every class while managing with his schoolwork. So how can Echolearn help? Echolearn allows you to create flashcards and automatically time your review at the most optimized intervals. Echolearn has built-in feature that can speed up your card creation, like the Quizlet and Anki parser, which let you import cards from other flashcard app. You can also import data to our AI, let the AI generate cards for you. Additionally, Echolearn will provide a task list to help you stay on track with your study. It also tracks how well you perform in each deck with statistic graph.
So here we are at echolearn.org. First thing you're going to see is our task list. And this just lists all of the decks with cards up for review. And we're also going to see the deck library to the left here. This just has all of our folders and decks. So we can organize this however we want. We can drag stuff around, but we'll go ahead and create a new deck under the math folder. So right now there's no cards in this deck, so we'll go ahead and create a card. And this is our markdown card editor. You insert markdown and then it'll render it when the user reviews the card. So here we've inserted this LaTeX equation, and you see a preview down here of what it'll look like. And it also supports other functionality like bold, italic, images. So we can insert an image here. And we'll go ahead and create this card and go to the deck. And now we have one card up for review, so we can go ahead and study that. Flip it over to see the answer, and we'll say we got that one right. So we can hit this third button. And what this will do is it'll calculate the best review time based off the user's response. So the more comfortable you are with it, the longer the time until the next review. And then we only had one card in that deck, so we can go back to the home page. And we also have a lot of other convenient features for the user just to make things easier. For example, if we go to the Create Card page, you'll see the Quizlet parser and the Anki parser. And this lets you import decks from these other flashcard applications so that you don't have to recreate them in Echolearn. We also have AI generated cards, so you can provide it with some context. Select a deck and submit that. So it'll give us some cards. We can select the ones we want. And those cards will show up in our deck. We can also see the statistics of upcoming reviews, previous reviews, and correct versus incorrect percentages for any of these decks, as well as individual card statistics. We also have community features such as a friends list. So we can go to our profile, we can go to our friends list, and we could add someone as a friend. And then we also have our leaderboard, which ranks each user by the amount of reviews they've done. And we also have our community page, where users can share decks and copy decks from each other. So maybe we want this multiplication deck in our math folder because we don't have one for that. So we can go to this. We can preview it, and then we can copy it into our deck library. And once we do that, all this data is ours, and we can change this however we want. So that's it for our demo.
So hi, I'm going to introduce the technologies and the architecture for our program. So on the right side of the screen, you will see the architecture diagram of our program. So for the front end, we use a React, and that will communicate with the backend, which is a Django Ninja. And the backend will communicate with the database, which is a Echolearn. So for our front end, we divided into two parts. So first part is for the web app. So user may prefer use our program on the browser. And then for the second part, that's for the mobile app. So the user may prefer use the program on their phones. And we also have some other functionalities. So something like the email notification. So that is on the AWS AC3. And we also allow users to upload the images, and they may use the images later. So that is on the S3. And we also deploy on the AWS EC2. Beyond that, we also use some libraries. So for React part, we use something like the chart.js for graphs, and highlight.js for syntax highlighting, and Caltex for the rendering the latex. And so and some libraries for Django, like the Ninja APIs. We also have use something like the ChatGPT API. So that is for the AI created cards. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you have any need in your life or during your study, or you just want to simply look at our website, you can always go to echolearn.org. And thank you for watching video again.